Hey guys, good evening. Let me know if you can hear me. This is my first time kind of going live here. I did it there a couple of weeks ago briefly. Let's let some people get in here and see if I got this thing figured out. Been a pretty quiet Bitcoin trade here. Not much going on. Sounds good, cool. Hey Tony, John, Hunter, Joshua, what's up guys? As everybody knows, Nick's on vacation, so we're going to try to run this without him, go over a few things here. So let's start this puppy going. We got the coin market cap. We're setting here, what, about 248 billion, 247 billion now. We've got Bitcoin really kind of holding up better than everything else. It's down 1.67%. And everything else pretty well 4 to 6, a few 7 and 8s. So not a good day, kind of pulling back and testing the previous lows, which we're going to go over here real quick. You see, I did see Tron down 8%. Kind of, they've had some negative news. You've got, well, I saw Quantum was plus, but coming off extreme lows. Not much else there. Decred down 2.36%. I had the rocket ship in the back. I was trying to get the next picture printed out and get it thrown on there. For some reason, my printer wasn't working, so I'm not really a tech guy, so I didn't get that accomplished. So here is the Bitcoin chart. This is the 4 hour. If you remember, I think it was Friday when I did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. I kind of showed how those were related by 0.618. So that did then kind of give us a downside objective of 58.30 on the pullback here. We did go briefly below that, below the 5800 level. Now if we zero in on that, let's go to like the 30-minute. It's going a little bit better. It's going to the 15-minute. I really think I showed this count on last night. Again, Bitcoin's holding up a little bit better than everything else. So you can see on other charts, it's definitely probably a 1-2. But on Bitcoin, the 2 is holding a little bit higher than what would be the A, B, C of the 2. I mentioned again, 59.30, 5,900. I think if we trade down that low, I think the rally is once again suspect. I don't know whether that takes us to one more new low, etc. I mean, I showed a chart there a week ago. Maybe there's risk to 5,000. I'm really not leaning that way. I'm really leaning that they'll catch a bid here and work higher. So this 1-2 here looks a little, I got the 2 a little high, but you'll see on these other charts, I mean, definitely a 1 up and a 2 down in Bitcoin Cash. Same thing on these other ones. Dash came back down for a 2, much deeper than Bitcoin. Classic holding up much better than a lot of these other coins. So there again, still a 1-2, I think, on all these. Ethereum, not quite as strong here today than I would have liked. And then we've got same thing, Litecoin back to 76, 77. Taj looking for another leg down. You have been right by being bearish. And I know you set up there, what, a 62.50 or so. You still want to see another break. So then really, I'm not going to go over many of these other coins. They all look the same. You know, if we came off the low, if this is some type of impulse, even if it's an A, B, we still could get maybe one more rally here. We've been having those, and then they fall apart, and we go to new lows. So Taj might be right. uh, ONT, BTC, or sell. I mean, that one, that's the 15-minute, so much stronger. And if you know, we've been looking at ONT longer term. That one still came down, probably sprung these lows again. So that chart pattern is still extremely friendly. So I definitely still like that one. Joshua says he's okay financially. I mean, you know, when we started this channel with Matt and I, we were buying, what, 1,800 Bitcoin, 1,900. Then we were buying, I think it was 3,000 the one night in the middle of the night. Pulled back to like 5,400, I think it was. So, you know, it's hurts to see some of these prices back. Neo, some of these Ripple, etc. Some of them are back quite a bit, but I still think we're going to have another run of the roses here. So then I did want to go over. We did have 3 more alumni for the Learn Crypto Wyckoff course. Let's go over those real quick. We've got Dustin Fuqua, Sylvia Pinchu, and today was Stack. That was K Stack, and could be A Stack, Al. So wanted to go over those. And then also we had a graduate a couple days ago. We had Kahindi Lawal, graduate from the course. Congratulations, you're not going to get the graduation music with Nick gone, but glad to see you finish the course. And again, I've got courses, I've got lessons ready to go to talk more about the OP force and technometer when I can get the software ready, at least to you know, go over it more in the course, and also to you know, go over it on these broadcasts, then hopefully sell it as a subscription service. Hey, Latarsha. Joshua, I mean, yeah, this market's hurting a lot of credibility. I mean, you know, I'm a little bothered because when we were rallying, I said we'd have a 70% correction at some point, and that would just be normal under higher prices. So I didn't think it was coming at this time. I thought we was going to have more people running to the space before we'd have it. I kind of thought, you know, 9,000 Bitcoin was probably huge support. So I still think now you try to add more money, and I think the risk from here is still minimal. You just want to make sure you get the coins that lead the next rally. Make sure you're in the ones that are going to be here longer term. I think on that note, today there was news that Facebook kind of having a change of heart. They reversed their ban on a lot of the crypto-related offerings. They're not allowing ICOs and a few other things. They did say down here that advertisers are expected to show Facebook maybe licenses that they have obtained, whether they trade on a public exchange, what their background is. So I know the other day I tried to do a Facebook ad a week or two ago, and they denied it. So I know there's got to be a form now you got to fill out to receive permission. So I'm sure someone like myself will probably get permission to talk about the course, talk about the channel, etc. So what's up, Caroli? Chris? Let me hold on here, guys. Got too many things going on. DGB, I know, you know, we've been interviewing them. Nick's a big fan of DGB. I don't own a lot of it, but I would think from here there's got to be some upside in that. A couple more things here. You know, we get our software looking at 89 exchanges for volume, and then almost, you know, in a week or so, you bring in CoinBenny and BitZ as all of a sudden first and second place on volume because of a transaction fee mining model. So pushes Binance clear back to fourth place quickly. And of course, these two exchanges are not on my list of 89 exchanges, so I don't know if that's going to be a continual moving target to try to keep the volume into the software with 89 exchanges, and all of a sudden these two come out of nowhere. So kind of wild. And then there's another little piece of news I thought was interesting. Blockchain music streaming service. They're called Choon, CHOON. They're trying to give back 80% payout to the musicians. I know there's a few out here doing crypto that's music related, and this one I wasn't aware of. I think it would be interesting, so thought that was interesting news today. This is going to kind of be quick and hopefully painless. I'm going to go over, there we are, 60.74 on Bitcoin. So let's go back. That's some selling pressure coming on as we speak. So the previous low here was around 60.55. It would be simple probably to take that out here. And again, I'm not going to like overlaps at 5,900. So if that happens, maybe Taj is going to be right, and we're going to continue to another new low. So let's see how it acts here tonight. Litecoin dropping another 25%, 76.51. Let's go to a little, go out to the 4 hour. I mean, 93 and 79 I thought really were the downside targets. Again, at this low at 73 gives away, which we're only $3.50 away from that. That could happen in 2 minutes. Definitely looks like, you know, we could place another new low. I don't think 25% would be in the offering, but obviously I've been too overly optimistic here. I think a good buy point on a new low. I mean, I'd have to myself. I would buy here. I would still probably, you know, buy a break to a new low. I'd buy something probably sub 70 or something. I still think. I remember when that thing was ran from 120, and I had bids in. Thought I'd never see it at 120 again. So definitely deep here at 76.25. I'm at my different desk here, so I'm at my trading desk. But you know, this was the deeper correction to 5,000, and you know, for that you'd have to call this a 1-2 here, and another 1-2, and we still got another batch of selling to 5,000. Again, I don't see that, but you know, we got this previous support here. That was a low I was talking about one night when Matt and I was out trading. That was a 5,500 low. Then we got a low down here at 53.75 and a low at 50.81. So I presume worst case you could have a tag down to 5,000 to complete a big ABC. That is definitely not my preferred count. So Johnny Cool says don't buy lows, buy strength. I think with that in mind, then, you know, I guess you could say, where do you think strength is? That's the next question from Marcel then. I'd have to bring up a little cleaner chart. I mean, I think now to get the upside going, I mean, I think, you know, we've got to get the 6,800 level taken out with volume, the 6840 level that just stopped us. So the 6840, you know, we need to get above that with big volume, I think. So if you want to buy strength, you wait for that. I mean, there's obviously a lot of money in Tether right now waiting to come to the markets. I'm sure that can continue to grow, but that's definitely giving us some firepower. Johnny Cool says 6,900, so I guess we're on the same thing there. This here was 69.20 on Binance, so definitely do take out that batch of resistance, I think, to get things going. Tosh says 4,800 on Bitcoin. Taj, you're setting a tether, or do you own some coins here? That's really for the live broadcast, guys. That's kind of, I want to quickly just go over a few things, give my current thoughts. Software, still working on that with Vladimir. Really, he's got his team helping me now. I think it's Bardon, I think it is. Let me see who. Bodon. Bodon for sure is helping me. So they're trying to get a lot of the kinks worked out on the software. So it is bringing in price and volume. It looks correctly. Just got to get my OP force and technometer correctly, and I got to make sure it's kicking out numbers that I can lean on. So I'm going to try to I'm going to try to stay live here at 6:30 the next few nights. I did go to the dentist. I did find an issue with the tooth, and hopefully I've had headaches for 5 months. I'm hoping maybe I'll know in a day or two whether all of it or some of it was the tooth. So I'm hoping that that will help, because having a headache every second is not cool, and I've been dealing with that. Here's music coin BTC. Go out to a 4-hour. I remember that one was hot back here in January. So, major correction on music coin and a new low on today's news, probably with the other company, I'm guessing. Brought in another new low. Yeah, when Bitcoin moons, I think they'll probably get rid of a few headaches. My wife says it was stress, but I've dealt with a lot of stress my whole life, and it's never bothered me health-wise. Obviously, I'm getting older, so maybe I can't deal with stress. And the crypto obviously brought in a whole different level of stress, because we had a lot of accounts, and I'm waiting for my software. I've been waiting on that for 6 months, catching hell obviously from everybody. I'm trying to get that as much for myself as anybody, so trying to get that figured out. But yeah, a bull market would probably help the stress. There's a 60-15 almost print, looks like. Now we're 60-40. That's on the 5-minute. So really, for this account to be appropriate, I mean, we really, we've got to recover from this sell-up probably right here. It was good to take out that low, bring in some stop selling, bring in some shorts, but we really need to reverse off of there. Any more weakness down to that 59, 59.40 will be once again discouraging for the bulls. Another BART pattern. And I guess, as we've always been saying, I just think that there's so many people not in these markets, and I think they're still coming. I still think ETFs will make it, and I still think that, whether it's a huge rally or just consistent uptrend, I think that's still coming. So just trying to be prepared for that. And then hopefully software launches, and I can, if nothing else, try to trade a little bit more and keep myself alive with these things, rally slow for a few years. But I really think we'll return to a good market here shortly. So guys, that's really all I got. We got 67 watching, so got a few in here tonight. Got any questions for me? tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com. Otherwise, I'll probably do some T&A in the morning. And I will be back tomorrow night at 6:30. Nick won't be here till next Monday night. And then if I can get the software working a little bit better, I'm going to start going live with that, maybe even in the mornings, and just go through a lot of coins, play around with the software, get people comfortable for the things I would look for with the OP and price, etc. and the optimism, pessimism, force, technometer, etc. So I'll start going over that once I'm comfortable. So everybody have a good night. Hey, Dominique, what's going on? Crypto nitrate. All right, Nick took a vacation. What the hell? It's his new girlfriend, I think. She's got him wrapped around her finger. So Nick might be out there watching. Can't say too much. What's up, Dusty? I drove back to St. Louis this morning, so spent, 24, 36 hours with Carrie and right back at it. So I'm staying at it till we get these markets doing better. So, all right, guys, well, I'm going to get out of here, and we will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.